I'm Jeremiah McKinnon, and this is NEC News Today. Here now are the top cannabis news stories from around New England for December 23, 2022. Two officials from Connecticut's Department of Consumer Protection are stepping down following the announcement that recreational sales will begin on January 10th. Earlier this week, Andrea Comer, the chair of the state's Social Equity Council and deputy commissioner of the Department of Consumer Protection, announced that she will depart at the end of December from both roles. On Wednesday, Governor Ned Lamont issued a press release announcing that Commissioner Michelle Siegel will also be leaving the Department of Consumer Protection. Moving forward, Comer will be working as the chief of staff for newly elected state treasurer Eric Russell. Commissioner Siegel will continue to oversee the historic launch of adult-use cannabis sales, as she plans to remain at her job until sometime in the first quarter of 2023. According to the announcement, Siegel is making her departure in order to pursue other professional opportunities. In Massachusetts this week, Commonwealth Magazine revealed that the test results for cannabis can differ from lab to lab. Mandatory lab testing of cannabis is a cornerstone of most state programs that have legalized the sale of marijuana. But a report from Commonwealth Magazine and Shira Schoenberg has highlighted the problem with putting all your faith in the lab results. Commonwealth purchased samples of cannabis from dispensaries across Massachusetts and had the products retested for cannabinoid content and impurities at multiple labs. The test results show that some products contain less THC than advertised. Some samples were flagged for the presence of potentially harmful bacteria. Roughly a dozen independent testing labs are now licensed to operate in Massachusetts using a variety of methodologies to test. Currently, there is no state or national standard for testing cannabis for potency or contaminants. Allowing labs in Massachusetts to use different methodologies means that one product could receive different lab results depending on which lab does the analysis. Some worry that this will allow producers to go to multiple labs for testing and use whichever lab issues a positive result to begin selling their product. For more information, please visit our website. This week, I was looking for a tasty edible, and I decided to try the hash rosin gummies from Harbor House Collective. I selected to try the tropical sunrise flavor and really enjoyed the experience. These infused gummies were great and got me just where I needed to be. For the full review, including photos, please visit necnewstoday.com. This episode of NEC News Today is brought to you by CBD Please, the first CBD store east of the Mississippi, and your local resource for reasonably priced, lab-tested cannabis extracts. CBD Please was founded in 2014 by Bill Downing, who's been a leader in Massachusetts cannabis law reform since 1990. CBD Please offers everything from premium quality organic hemp buds to extracts, tinctures, and many other cannabinoids. Visit cbdplease.com for more information. The state of Vermont has released data that shows how much cannabis was sold in the first month of legal sales. Adult-use cannabis sales started in Vermont on October 1st at 3 dispensaries. Data for the first months of the sales, released by Vermont's Department of Taxes, indicate that $2.6 million of cannabis was sold to consumers. The report disclosed that $329,231 was collected from the 14% excise tax on cannabis purchases. This puts Vermont on track to hit their projection to collect $2 million in excise tax by July 1st, 2023. Officials hope to see the numbers increase as more cannabis establishments are given authorization to open their doors. Another report should be available in January that will outline the cannabis tax revenue collected during the month of November. Vermont was the third New England state to launch cannabis adult-use sales. In Massachusetts, a cannabis company has announced a cannabis-infused hot cocoa for those cold winter days. Residents in New England can expect to bundle up inside their homes while the cold and stormy weather of the winter season is underway. Thankfully, cannabis company MariMed, which operates the Panacea Wellness Dispensary in Middleborough, wants to help cannabis consumers stay warm and toasty this winter with a new and innovative product. The Bubby's Baked full-spectrum cannabis hot cocoa is made with Royal Dutch cocoa and contains 10 servings, each with 5 milligrams of THC. Bubby's Baked is also known for their soft and chewy bites in snickerdoodle, chocolate chip, and brownie flavors. For more information, please visit necnewstoday.com. In Rhode Island, Sweet Spot has received permission to relocate and open a hybrid dispensary in Exeter. Earlier this year, Sweet Spot started offering home delivery of medical cannabis to patients living in Rhode Island. Sweet Spot was recently granted a cannabis license by the Rhode Island Department of Business Regulation to operate a hybrid dispensary in Exeter that will allow patients and consumers to purchase cannabis products on site. The dispensary opened on Tuesday, December 20th, becoming the 6th hybrid dispensary to sell marijuana in Rhode Island. Located at 526 South County Trail in Exeter, Sweet Spot is the only dispensary currently operating in South County. Sweet Spot has also confirmed that they will continue to offer home delivery to medical marijuana patients. In Massachusetts, the owner of a proposed dispensary in North Adams is also interested in opening a social consumption site in the city. Heather Anello has approached the city about the potential for North Adams to be one of the first communities in Massachusetts to welcome a cannabis consumption site. Anello has already signed a host agreement with the city to operate a cannabis dispensary in an American Legion building. The consumption site, called Forks and Friends, would serve cannabis-infused drinks and food to adults in a separate space within the same building. State law does allow the Cannabis Control Commission to issue licenses for such establishments, but a legal technicality has prevented them from moving forward. That legal issue was fixed as part of the omnibus cannabis law signed by Governor Baker over the summer. Anello understands that it's kind of early to bring up this proposal, but she's starting the discussion now in hopes of making the project a reality. Last but not least this week, an investigation by the Accountability Project at Connecticut Public Broadcasting shows that many of the charities identified by dispensaries to make a contribution never received any support. Among 50 organizations that dispensaries said they would consider donating to, 35 said that they never received anything. Many said that they were not aware that dispensaries promised to support their organization during the application process. A total of 9 organizations did confirm receiving support, while others chose not to disclose information about their donors. In one instance, a dispensary owner said that their donations would go to the police and fire department in Stratford, as well as to the public library. Once the business was operational, it began providing reduced-cost marijuana to needy patients instead of the donation of money as originally planned. Connecticut Public Broadcasting reports that many of the original businesses have changed ownership over the past few years, indicating that the original plans for making donations may have evolved, morphed, or been forgotten. For more information, please visit necnewstoday.com. For the absolute latest New England Cannabis News, head on over to necnewstoday.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video. Subscribe to NEC News Today for more great content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of the show. For New England Cannabis News Today, this is Jeremiah McKinnon, reminding you to always use cannabis responsibly and to enjoy your cannabis-filled adventures throughout New England.